Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Arvind Educations. Thanks for watching my videos. For more information, please subscribe my channel Arvind Educations or Arvind Biology Classes. Today I am going to discuss about 10th Biology diagram based questions part 4. This video includes diagram based questions, experimental based questions, data analysis questions and their answers. So let us see first question. Here, first question, name the diagram and label the parts. It is human alimentary canal. Labelings are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, liver, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Second question, what is the main function of this organ system? It helps in digestion, absorption of useful substances and elimination of unwanted substances. Third question, explain the life process that takes place in this organ system. Nutrition is the life process which takes place in this system. It includes ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Last question, what is the function of liver? Here, liver produces bile juice. Here first question, what is the main aim of this experiment? To show release of carbon dioxide by combustion of sugar. Second question, how are the apparatus arranged in this experiment? Take two test tubes, one is fixed to a stand in which glucose is taken and close it with one hold rubber cork, and in the other test tube lime water is taken. Both are connected by delivery tube. Heat the test tube containing sugar. Next question, what are the substances taken in two test tubes? In first test tube, which is fixed onto the stand, sugar is taken, and in second test tube lime water is taken. Next question, what changes do you observe in the lime water? Lime water turns into milky white. Last question, what differences can you make between combustion and respiration? Combustion, it is a physical process. Respiration is also considered as oxidation here. So it is a physiological process. Combustion is a acellular or non-cellular process, whereas respiration is a cellular process. Combustion is a single-stepped process, whereas respiration is multi-stepped process. In combustion, no intermediate products are formed. In respiration, intermediate products are formed. Combustion occurs in the absence of water. Respiration occurs in the presence of water. For combustion, enzymes are not required. For respiration, enzymes are required. Here, first question, what are these group of diagrams represent? These are accessory excretory organs. First one is liver, second one is large intestine, third one lungs, fourth one skin. Second question, explain about them in a table. So first one, liver. Liver produces bile pigments, that is bilirubin, biliverdin and urochrome. These are formed by disintegration of dead RBCs. Here, urochrome is eliminated through urine. Bilirubin and biliverdin are excreted through feces. Second, large intestine. Undigested wastes are eliminated. Excess salts of calcium, magnesium, iron are also excreted by epithelial cells of colon along with feces. Third one, lungs. They remove carbon dioxide and water in the form of vapor. Last one, skin. Skin eliminate sweat and metabolic wastes through sweat glands. It also excrete salts and little urea also. Now your first question. What does this diagram indicate? It indicates binary fission in paramecium. Name the organism present in this diagram, that is paramecium slipper animalcule. Third question, in which type of organisms is this process found? In unicellular organisms we found binary fission. Fourth question, give any other example for this kind of process. Euglena, amoeba, bacteria also exhibit binary fission. Last one, explain the process of the organism that is undergoing. Paramecium is undergoing a process called binary fission. During binary fission, first nucleus splits into two, then slowly cytoplasm and organism also splits into two daughter organisms. Here first question, what is the organism present in this diagram? That is Spirogyra green algae. Second question, what is the type of asexual mode of reproduction found in this diagram? It is undergoing fragmentation. Explain the process that is seen in this diagram. Spirogyra is made into number of fragments, and each fragment develops into complete individual in suitable conditions. Last question, give some more examples for this process. Flatworms, molds, lichens, algae and some fungi. Flatworms, molds, lichens, algae and some fungi. Here first question, what does this diagram indicate? It indicates regeneration in flatworms, that is the organism shown in the diagram is Planaria. What is the organism found in this diagram? Planaria. It's a flatworm, belongs to Platyhelminthes, shown in the diagram. Could it be known as type of fragmentation? Why? This is similar to fragmentation because they have the ability to give rise to new individual organism from their body parts. Here, first question, what type of vegetative propagation is seen in this diagram? It shows cutting, that is artificial vegetative propagation by cutting, stem cutting. Artificial vegetative propagation by stem cutting. Second question, give some examples for the plants that are propagated in this process. Rose, hibiscus, jasmine. Third question, explain the process briefly. A piece of parent plant having bud is cut from the existing plant and lower part is buried in moist soil and it grows as an individual plant. I repeat, a piece of parent plant having bud is cut from the existing plant and lower part is buried in moist soil and it grows as an individual plant. This is called cutting. Here first question, what does this diagram indicates? It indicates layering. Second question, name some plants in which this mode of propagation is practiced. Nerium, hibiscus, jasmine are examples. Third question, explain this process briefly. A branch of plant is bent into the ground which is covered by moist soil. After some days, new roots develop from the branch buried in the soil. The branch is then cut off from the parent plant. I repeat, a branch of plant is bent into the ground, which is covered by moist soil. After some days, new roots develop from the branch buried in the soil. The branch is then cut off from the parent plant. It behaves as an individual plant. This process is called layering. Here, first question. How many plants are involved in this process? 2 plants are involved in grafting. Second question. What is the plant which is fixed in the soil called? The plant which is fixed in the soil is called a stalk. Third question. What is the other plant without roots called? The other plant without roots is called scion or graft. It is going to be attached with stalk plant, so it is grafted over stalk plant, so it is also called as graft. Next question. Name this process of vegetative propagation. It is grafting. Last question. Give example for this type of vegetative propagation. Mango, citrus, apple, rose, in all these plants we can perform grafting. Here, first question. What does this diagram indicate? It shows tissue culture or micropropagation. Second question. What are all the plant parts can be used for this purpose? They are called explants. A portion of the plant which is taken out to culture in culture media is called explant. A portion of the plant which is taken out to culture in culture media is called explant. Third question. What is callus? Mass of unorganized cells is called callus. Explant is developed as callus. Callus is mass of unorganized cells. Here these cells are not differentiated. Last question. What are the advantages of tissue culture? Advantages. First one. More number of plants are obtained in short time interval. Second. Disease resistant plants are obtained. Third. Plants with desirable characters are obtained. Fourth. Embryo rescue can be done. Next, name the organism seen in this diagram. It is Rhizopus, a common bread mold. Next question. To what division of organisms does it belongs to? Rhizopus belongs to fungi. Next question. What are black ball-like structures called? They are sporangium filled with spores. Fourth question. Explain the process of asexual reproduction seen in this diagram. On fungal hyphae or sporangiophore, sporangium is present. Each sporangium possesses single nucleus which divided many times to form more number of nuclei. Around each nucleus, a bit of cytoplasm is aggregated and leads to formation of spores. These spores, which are carried by air and fall on the suitable substratum, giving rise to new mycelium. Last question. Name any two bread molds, Rhizopus and Mucor. Here, name the diagram and label the parts. It shows male reproductive system. Labelings are testis, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicule, prostate gland, urethra and penis. Second question. What are the two glands seen in this system and their functions? One is seminal vesicule. It produces semen which nourishes the sperms and helps in movement. Second one is prostate gland. It secretes alkaline secretion which activates the sperms and provide nutrition. Actually, not only seminal vesicle and prostate gland, third gland is also present, that is called Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland is also called as bulbourethral gland that secretes a fluid which acts as a lubricant. Third question. What is the hormone secreted by this system, male reproductive system, from testis? It possesses testis. Testis secretes testosterone. Testosterone helps in development of secondary sexual characters in males. Last question. Which part of this system produces sperms? Testis produce sperms from seminiferous tubules. Testis produce sperms from seminiferous tubules. Here, first question. Name the diagram and label the parts. The diagram is showing the structure of sperm, spermatozoa. Labelings are tail, middle piece, head. Head consists of nucleus and acrosome. Explain the different parts of this diagram. It consists of head, middle piece and tail. Head consists of acrosome and nucleus. Nucleus carries genetic material. Middle piece possesses mitochondria. Mitochondria provide energy for swimming. Tail helps in swimming. What is the function of acrosome? Acrosome is a modified Golgi complex. It secretes spermolysins which helps in penetration of sperm into ovum. Acrosome is a modified Golgi complex. It secretes spermolysins which helps in penetration of sperm into ovum. Here first question. Write the stage of the embryo in this diagram and name the 4 fetal membranes. It is showing the fetal stage and the 4 fetal membranes are amnion, chorion, yolk sac and allantois. Second question. Write the functions of 4 fetal membranes. First, amnion along with amniotic fluid provide protection from jerks and mechanic shocks. It also prevents sticking of the fetus to the amnion. Second layer, chorion, helps in respiration, exchange of gases. Third one, yolk sac, provide nutrients, helps in nutrition. Fourth, allantois, helps in excretion, elimination of waste substances. Last question. What is the function of placenta? Placenta helps in exchange of gases and nutrients, eliminate wastes into mother's blood, and acts as endocrine gland by secreting progesterone. Placenta helps in exchange of gases and nutrients, eliminate wastes into mother's blood, acts as endocrine gland by secreting progesterone. Here, first question. Name the diagram and label the parts. It shows structure of flower. Labelings are calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, and at the base of all floral parts you will find thalamus or receptacle. Second question. What are the essential and non-essential parts of this picture? Essential parts are androecium and gynoecium. Non-essential parts are calyx and corolla. Essential parts are androecium and gynoecium. Non-essential parts are calyx and corolla because flower is a sexual reproductive part of plant. So androecium is the male reproductive part, gynoecium is the female reproductive part, so they are considered as essential parts, whereas calyx and corolla are considered as accessory parts of the flower or non-essential parts of the flower. Third question. What is double fertilization? The process of fertilization between two male gametes and 2 female gametes is called double fertilization. Here fertilization occurs 2 times. One is between first male gamete and egg cell leads to the formation of zygote. Second one is between second male gamete and secondary nucleus leads to the formation of endosperm. Next question. What is a complete flower? Give one example. A flower which possesses all the floral parts, that is calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Okay. So if all 4 floral parts are present, then it is called a complete flower. Examples: datura, hibiscus. Next question. What happens if there are no such structures in the plants? Sexual reproduction is not possible. If there are no flower in a plant, then sexual reproduction is not possible and plant should reproduce asexually. Last question. What are unisexual flowers? Give one example. A flower which possesses either androecium or gynoecium are called unisexual flowers. A flower which possesses either androecium or gynoecium are called unisexual flowers. Example: palm, papaya. If a flower possesses androecium, it is called male flower. If a flower possesses gynoecium, then it is called female flower. Here first question. Name 3 of them and write the purpose of these. First diagram shows tubectomy. Middle one, second diagram shows copper T. Third one, last one shows vasectomy. All are birth control methods. Okay. So first, in tubectomy, fallopian tube is cut and ligated with nylon thread in females by laparoscope, and method is called laparoscopy. In vasectomy, vas deferens or sperm ducts are cut and ligated with nylon thread by laparoscope in males. The method is called laparoscopy. Copper T is an intrauterine contraceptive device which is placed inside the uterus to prevent the process of fertilization. I repeat, in tubectomy, fallopian tube is cut and ligated. It is in females done by laparoscope. In vasectomy, vas deferens is cut and ligated. It is in males by laparoscope. Copper T is an intrauterine contraceptive device. Second question. What are IUCDs? Give one example. IUCDs are intrauterine contraceptive devices which are placed inside the uterus by a practiced doctor or nurse. It is a contraceptive method. It prevents fertilization. 2 well-known examples in India are Lippis loop and copper T. Here first question. Name the diagram and label it. It is showing the structure of ovule. Labelings are from top: stigma, style, ovary, and the structure is embryo sac or female gametophyte. Second question. How many ovules are there in this diagram? There is only one ovule. Third question. How many nuclei are there in the embryo sac? Name them. This condition is showing 7 cell 8 nuclei condition. 3 antipodals, 2 synergids, 1 egg cell. These all possess 1 nuclei each. So 3 antipodals plus 2 synergids plus 1 egg cell. So total 6 nuclei. and in the middle secondary nucleus is formed by the fusion of two polar nuclei. So 6 plus 2, 8 nuclei. Cells are 7 but nuclei are 8. Next, write any two post-fertilization changes. Ovary is converted into fruit. Ovule is converted into seed. Outer integument formed as testa. Inner integument is formed as tegmen. Testa and tegmen both are developed as seed coats. Micropyle in most of the fruits remains as micropyle only. Ovary wall is converted to form as pericarp. Your first question. What does this diagram indicate? Name the different phases. This diagram indicate interphase. The stages are G1, that is pre-synthesis phase or first growth phase. S phase, that is synthesis phase. Next, G2 phase, that is post synthesis phase or second growth phase. Then M is mitotic phase. Next, explain the different phases of this cycle. The different stages here shown are: first one, G phase, pre-synthesis phase or first growth phase, during which cell size increases and proteins, enzymes which are required for DNA synthesis are gathered. Second, during S phase, DNA synthesis occurs. DNA is synthesized. Third one, G2, post-synthesis phase or second growth phase. During this, all the cell organelles multiply and they divide. Why? Because next in M phase, mitotic stage, cell is going to divide. Cell division occurs. So the last one, M, is mitotic stage. Here cell division occurs. One cell is divided into two daughter cells. Last question. What happens if M phase is missed in this cycle? Cells will not divide and there is no growth in the organism. Here first question. Name the process and the different stages in it. The diagram shows the process of mitosis and the stages are prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Second question. When chromosomes undergo duplication, chromosomes are duplicated in interphase. Next question. What is the stage in which chromosomes are attached to spindle fibers and arranged at equator? It is metaphase. Here, chromosomes are attached to spindle fibers from either side and all the chromosomes are arranged at the equator to form metaplate or equatorial plate. Okay, the stage is metaphase. Here chromosomes are attached by spindle fibers from either side and all the chromosomes are arranged at the middle of the cell at the equator to form metaplate or equatorial plate. Next question. In which stage the chromatids move towards the poles? In anaphase. During anaphase, due to contraction of spindle fibers on either side, the daughter chromatids are pulled towards poles. Last question. What is equational cell division? Mitosis is considered as equational cell division. Mitosis is considered as equational cell division because chromosome number is maintained between parent and daughter cells. Thank you for watching my videos. For more updates, please subscribe my channel Arvind Educations or Arvind Biology Classes. Thank you.